All right, so going to be talking about another comic review, and this is from my good friend Chris. Thank you once again, bro. And today we're going to be talking about Blue Beetle Scarab War, or the Scarab War, I should say. Um, so, for context, I was doing the Up from the Ashes X-Men books, and I have the others, but I also had this moment of clarity where I was like, wait, I'm just going to burn myself out like I did with the Blood Hunt tie-ins, and I don't want to burn myself out on these books. So I decided to take a quick break from the X books for a hot second. I know Chris is sending me Storm, and I think he's also sending Psylocke as well, the Psylocke book as well, which I can't wait to read those. But yeah, to keep myself from burning out, and also to extend this whole Up from Ashes era. That's the other reason I wanted to drag this a little longer, and also just needed a little pause for a second. So that's why I went back to the DC books, because another reason is that the DC Hall is the next thing. So I thought I'd clear some space for the next DC books. Anyway, so Blue Beetle Scarab War. Now, full disclosure, this may be called Volume 1 of the Blue Beetle ongoing series at DC Comics, but this is a kickoff from a miniseries that I did not read, Blue Beetle Graduation Day. So a lot of stuff that happens in this Blue Beetle comic, I am at a loss, because I didn't read Graduation Day. But yeah, Graduation Day was basically the setup for this story, so there's a lot in here that just made me kind of unable to keep pace or understand why these characters matter or things like that. And I've always enjoyed Jaime Reyes' Blue Beetle. I've always enjoyed the character, and this is my first time getting one of his trades, getting one. So Chris, bro, thank you once again. But yeah, so the comic basically is that Jaime, who's been mentored by Ted, are just trying to get everything, keep the city safe and all that. But at the same time, this alien race called the Horizon are trying to integrate with them. Again, that was something that happened in Graduation Day. And we also have two new Scarabs called Dynasty and I cannot pronounce Media or something like that. And those two are also they're possessors of Scarabs as well. So now they act as protectors for the Horizon. On top of that, you also have Jaime trying to fill in the roles of superheroing and all that, and trying to balance a life, and also balance the peace between the Horizon, who are now living in his city, and the humans who are just not happy with it. So what could happen? Well, a new villain called the Blood Scarab has arrived and has grievously wounded Ted. Now Jaime has to contend with his new allies and Starfire against the Blood Scarab. So, like I said, this comic has a lot of characters and a lot of spinning wheels that I don't understand, because Graduation Day was the kickoff point to this, that miniseries. But do I still like it? Yeah, I still do. I still really enjoy this comic. It's very clear that Josh Trujillo, I cannot pronounce that last name, Josh Trujillo, clearly has a lot of love for the Blue Beetle history. We get a lot of references to Dan Garrett, a lot of stuff with Ted Kord's Rogues Gallery. We get the Madmen, or the Madniks, as you would know them from Brave and the Bold. And in the second story arc, Booster's going to play a big part. And I always like Booster hanging out with Jaime. I always like seeing those two. We also get the introduction of Victoria Cord, who I forget, is Victoria Cord, because I know she was a thing made for the movie, but I don't know if she was actually a character in the comics. But yeah, Victoria Cord plays a role in here, even though she was kind of the main villain in the miniseries. She's here more of an ally to help, avenge Ted. He's not killed, don't worry, he wasn't killed, but he's out of commission for a bit. I love all the detail to it, and I also like Starfire being Jaime's other mentor. I really do enjoy that Starfire plays a big role in here. I like the references to Tracy 13, another character who was apparently dating Jaime for a hot minute. Didn't know that. But yeah, the other thing is that Jaime goes into a role in this comic that I'm sure a lot of we've seen before, is that does the hero need to kill to fight the Blood Scarab? And the Blood Scarab, when you find out who his host is, you're like, if you again, I didn't read Graduation Day, so I was like, who? But again, Blood Scarab's kind of a cool villain, using magic mixed with it, and how it ties into like Dan Garrett's origin is really cool. And again, cycling back to what I was saying, it plays the whole role of, does the hero need to kill? Like, is this an important mission for him to like battle, and can he come back from killing an opponent? Yeah, so I do enjoy that aspect, and there's a lot of great fights in here. And again, it really, for a massive cast as it has, it actually balances this cast really well. Like, it does a phenomenal job with all these characters and side characters going in and out and all that, and also give a lot of reference to the original DC universe and all the other like veteran DC characters. So I gotta hand it to him. It was really good. Even though, yes, I have to harp on, I didn't read Graduation Day, I still enjoyed the book. And I can't wait to read Volume 2. But yeah, I highly recommend this. If you wanted to read a Blue Beetle comic, if you wanted to give Blue Beetle a read, probably read Graduation Day first, then come to this. And yeah, because I highly recommend it. There's some great references here and there. Also, some nice stuff that comes from some cool continuity, and also some stuff that had to have come from Young Justice. So that was pretty cool too. Anyway, so yeah, I recommend. I know I was harping a lot on not reading Graduation Day, but it's kind of like that was kind of important reading, because again, if you don't read that, you're going to be a little lost here like I was. But regardless, Chris, know you're watching. Thank you as always, brother. And yeah, if you read Blue Beetle Scarab War, let me know in the comments below what you guys think of it. Just comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.